Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Kane, a neuroscientist, and today I want to talk to you about anxiety and panic attacks. More importantly, I want to talk to you about how to manage a potential panic attack or anxiety in that moment. But first of all, what exactly is anxiety? Anxiety is the feeling of persistent apprehension to potential upcoming threats that may or may not happen. As a result, anxiety is a feeling of worry that is provoked from these potential events. And so, what are panic attacks? Panic attacks are an unexpected but fairly brief episode of a collection of symptoms. These symptoms include a racing heartbeat, a shortness of breath, trembling and shaking hands, dizziness, and possibly fainting. So why do panic attacks occur? There are three potential reasons for this. Some include when you've had a bad experience in a particular location or area, and when you revisit that location, then you're reacting in a stressful way. Secondly is chronic and ongoing stress. So if you've been in a stressful state over a long period of time, this can precipitate into a panic attack. And thirdly is being in a sudden change in environment, such as an overcrowded or stuffy place, or a sudden lack of ventilation as well. So how can we better manage anxiety? I'm going to talk to you about a few practical ways that can help you calm down in that moment when you're feeling anxious or you can feel a panic attack coming on. The first one is to talk to yourself to calm yourself down and to identify the moment that you're feeling anxious. So let me give you an example. So if you're in an anxious situation or state and you can feel that your heartbeat is racing or your hands are shaking and sweaty, just tell yourself, this is anxiety. This is me feeling anxious, and that's okay. This will pass and it will be okay. I'm feeling A, B, and C, but this is not me. This is not my reality. This is anxiety, and it will pass and I will be okay. So as you're talking to yourself, you're basically nurturing yourself in that moment, and you're telling yourself that everything's going to be okay. Another alternative is to label the symptoms of anxiety that you're feeling with a funny word, such as bananas. So if you can feel your anxiety levels rising, you can tell yourself in that moment, this situation is bananas. It's not my reality, it's just bananas. This banana moment is going to pass. So you can see that just replacing your feeling of anxiety with a funny word in that moment can help you calm down. The second way is to distract yourself. And I've got three ways that you can go about doing this. The first one is to focus on a particular object in the situation that you're in. Describe it to yourself out loud or in your head about what you're looking at in that moment. So for example, if I'm sitting in my car and I'm feeling anxious, I can focus on the steering wheel or even the logo on the steering wheel as an example. The second way to distract yourself is to think about a funny situation or a funny show that you watched. Think about why that moment was funny and just play that in your head to help you distract yourself in that moment. And the third way is to break down the situation and describe what is happening in your surroundings. So for example, if I'm sitting in my car, then I can describe and have a look at the roads around me and in front of me, and even look around at the cars and tell myself that there's a lot of cars around me, and even start looking at the color of the cars and where they're driving. And the third way to help manage your anxiety or panic attack in that moment is to do some breath work. This is also known as diaphragmatic breathing. So basically when you breathe in, your belly should expand. And when you breathe out, your belly should fall.
You can check this by placing one hand on your chest and another one on your stomach. Just make sure that as you inhale and exhale, the hand over your stomach should be moving, while the hand on your chest stays relatively still. This is a way to check that you're using your diaphragm. Just know that sometimes focusing on breathing can actually make some people feel more anxious. So if that's you, that's completely fine. You can use the other tips mentioned earlier instead.
If you found this video useful, then please, you can brighten up someone's day just by subscribing. I'll catch you later. Thank you. Bye.